So friends, hello to everyone. Well, Bitcoin is still below an important level, below the 108,000 mark. And we can see that the price of Bitcoin is slowly starting to move away from this level. And also, this is my 2-hour time frame. I see a bearish divergence here, which I will talk about a bit later. Ethereum is also testing a bearish divergence on the daily time frame. So I'll explain everything in more detail soon, so be sure to watch this video until the end. First, it's important to note that today, Trump's order on tariffs for steel and aluminum comes into effect. So it's possible that we'll see some volatility today. It should be noted that on the weekly chart, the MACD shows a noticeable weakening of the bullish momentum. But we need to see at least a second such confirmation with the close of another week. Then we'll see a correction, a continuation of the decline. But we might also see sideways movement as we did in 2024. Right here in March, that is, we had two cross signals here as well. And after the weakening, we had this kind of prolonged sideways movement. So here, in principle, we could see the same thing because we also have two cross signals and this weakening. So if we see a continued decline, then here as well, we will likely see sideways movement. We also have confirmation of a bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. But as I mentioned earlier, because of the new high, we need one more close again, second weekly candle, basically at the same level to fully confirm this bearish divergence. Friends, if you want to trade with minimal commission, I have an offer for you. You can register on the Bitunix exchange using my link in the description. The exchange is giving out VIP accounts until June 10th, and all you need to do is register and deposit $100. Additionally, I will also give you access to my trading chat and 10 top indicators. All the details will be in my Telegram channel. On air, friends, our situation is approximately the same. We are literally on the verge of either breaking the divergence or confirming it on the weekly time frame. This is a very significant divergence that could play out and ultimately lead Ethereum to further decline. Because here we did not have confirmation of this buyer. So everything will be decided soon and everything will become clear shortly. There are literally just a few weeks left, so it's important to keep an eye on this divergence. If the divergence is broken, then it will be invalidated and we could likely grow further into the 3000 zone. But for Ethereum to rise, it needs to hold at this level, at the 3000 mark. For Bitcoin, look, on the 2-day and 3-day MACD, I see a stronger weakening of the bullish trend. That is, on the 2-day chart, I already see a crossover on the MACD. And I also see that on the 3-day time frame, we are approaching this crossover. So this is also a very important point because if we move in this direction, it will also indicate a stronger correction. And the divergence on the 2-hour time frame, which I showed at the very beginning and which we have here, points to a decline into the 104.0 zone to this level, 104.900, 104, 700, right into this area. The divergence on the daily chart of Ethereum, by the way, might also either be confirmed today or break down, which is also very important because right now Ethereum is between two strong levels. So here we have a level at 2,900 and here it is at the support of 2,500. That is, if this support is broken and price consolidates below it, we will see a decline. If we see growth, then this divergence will be broken. And accordingly, there will be a short-term recovery up to the 3.0 zone, for example. All these signals only indicate that if Bitcoin does not start to recover and cannot break through the 107, 500, 108, 500 level with subsequent consolidation at this level for at least 2 weeks, then we will confirm all these bearish signals that I have just described. And at the moment, I still do not see the daily divergence on Binance playing out, which would indicate a correction at least to the 102.0 zone, where there is currently a strong support level. But it should also be taken into account that there is significant liquidity at this level, extending down to 98.0, which we will likely collect if the price moves to 102.0. And based on the Fibonacci levels right now, we can say that the price is currently near a strong resistance level, even around 106, 500. Next, we have resistance at 107, 0 and 108, 0. In other words, these levels are currently key. Only if we consolidate, as I already mentioned, above these levels, will we be able to reach this liquidity zone at 114, 0, where in fact there is a lot of it. But as long as we remain below these levels, it mostly suggests a continued decline to the area of at least 102.0. That's all for today, friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. As always, I wish you profits. Good luck and goodbye.